Hello everyone, welcome to my live session. It's your host, Izehitalks. I am here to give a tutorial on hair braiding and also hair finishing. So here we have a braided mannequin head. This is what we are going to be using for the hair finishing tutorials. This is my DIY mannequin head. But we also have my favorite, Angelica, here with us. This is the one I'm going to be using for the hair braiding tutorials. Hello, you're welcome to the live. Thanks for joining this live session. We are going to be treating finishing, hair finishing. When you have finished braiding your hair, how do you how do you take care of the tips? That is what we'll be doing today. But we'll also be dealing with how to start braiding hair. If you know that you want to start braiding hair and you don't know how to start, you don't even know how to start attaching your extensions to your to your normal hair, then you are in the right place. You are saying that you can braid, but you don't know how to add extension, and that is your problem. You don't know how to add extension, then you are in the right place. So there are different methods of finishing your braids. When you are finished making your hair, you can't just leave the ends look like this. You have to make them coily, and there are different methods of coiling your braids. When you have finished braiding like this, but you can start leaving your extension, or you can start coiling your extension from any length. If you like, you can just finish the whole braids. If you like, you can leave it halfway like this. So I decided to leave my own halfway like this, and then the others will be coiled. I'm going to coil the remaining parts for the hair. The first method that we'll be looking at will be weaving. You can weave your hair. You can just select the ones that you want to weave, put them together like this, and then weave them together just the way I am doing. Do your normal weaves, and then you will use hot water to coil it. You can start weaving from any length that you like. Like now, I am weaving from where I started leaving the hair, where I stopped braiding. That is where I am weaving this particular one from. You weave like this. I will prepare all the methods down, then I'll start adding warm water one by one. I'll add warm water. In fact, it's hot water at the same time. I don't want to add hot water to one style, then I lose it, add hot water to the other style. No, I am going to prepare all the styles down, all the methods of coiling your braided hair. I am going to prepare all of them down, then I'll add the hot water at once, and then we are going to do a comparison, and you'll be very free to choose the one that is best for you. Always do what is best for you. That is what I always say. Do what is best for you, do what works for you, because that is what I do. I'm still braiding this hair. You can braid your hair like this. Just weave it like this, put it in hot water, and it will come out in coils. You can also, let's make this two. Let's braid two strands. You can also twist your hair. Twist your hair, put it in hot water, and it will also come out in coils. Give me a thumbs up if you know that you like what we are doing here. Give me a thumbs up if you know that you like what you are seeing. Support me, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you like what you are seeing here. Like the live, share the live so that more people can join, so that those that will benefit from this live will be able to join. Share the live, share the live, share the live. So I'll braid two. I'll just do two. I think that will be enough for us to actually know how it looks like, how each method looks like. Jojo Segura, I decided to do this live before you. A big shout out to Jojo Segura. I decided to do this live because of you. You asked a question and I said that I'll be answering it next week in my next live. Are you in the house? Are you in the house? If you're in the house, let me know that you have joined. I'm about to answer your question right now. You said, how do you tie your braids? If you're in the house, let me know. How do you tie your braids when you are tying your braids and you don't want to braid everything and you do not want the braid to loosen? So this is what you do. You braid. I'll braid this hair a little and I'll show you how it is, how to tie it. You see, I am braiding right now. So after braiding to the desired length, I'm going to show you how to tie it. Now this length is okay for me. I'll just take a strand, just a little strand, very small strand. The smallest strand, the smallest, in fact, the smallest piece of the extension that I can work with. Then I pass it over my thumb, around my forefinger, and then into my thumb and my forefinger. Let me take that again. I pass it over my thumb, over my middle finger, then in between my thumb and my forefinger, just like this. I pass it like this to form a loop. Then I go in again with my thumb and my forefinger of the other hand and pull out the strand. Like this. Let me do that again. Over my thumb, over my forefinger. Then I have to make it go below the hair that I want to knot, below the hair that I am plaiting. Then I go in with my thumb and my forefinger. If the loop is not wide enough, I can draw it, I can drag it, and like this, I pull out. I make sure I knot like twice, then drag it tight, very tight, and then go over like this. I have to make this move. I have to go over the hair like this. It makes it even tighter and it will not unravel, it will not loosen. I can even decide to braid the hair like this, come back tomorrow and coil the tips. Nothing is going to happen. I hope your question is answered, okay? So I have braided two strands and then I'll go again and make twisting. I can use twisting to also coil the ends of my hair. This other one I am making is the twisting method. I have done the weaving method. Now I am doing the twisting method. There are up to 5, even 6 methods of finishing hair. When you make your hair like this, when you want to finish them, you want to get them into coils, there are up to 5, 6 methods of finishing. And I'll show you all the methods on this live. Then you have to knot so that you not unravel. Always knot at the tip to prevent the hair from losing. Knot, 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 knot. So I have to show you what I was doing. I was finishing the other method I did before. I didn't knot the tip, but I went back to go and knot it so that it will not loosen up, it will not unravel. So we have done the weaving method, we are doing the twisting method now, and we are doing 2 for each method. Sorry for that brief interruption. Thanks for staying on. Thanks so much. I was hearing interference, music interference, and I did not want any of it. So I had to go and tell my neighbor to stop the music. Thanks so much for staying on the live till now, even when I was not around. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing here. Thank you so much. The other method is to use the rollers, the coiling rollers. These ones, they come in different sizes. What we have here are two sizes. The bigger the rollers, the bigger the coils. So we'll practicalize with each of these and see how the coils are going to come out. When you are finished braiding your hair, you don't just leave it like that. Sometimes you leave it, just put them in hot water, but some other times you use the coiling rollers to coil them so that coils can come out, bouncy coils can come out, and they'll come out beautifully. You start like this. We are starting with the big rollers. You wrap it around the rollers. And it depends on what you actually want. You see this one that I am doing now, I spaced out the extension, and the coils will not be in one place, they will also be spaced out. And then the next one that I'm going to do, I am going to wrap the coils around, one on top of the other, and you will see that by the time we treat the hair with hot water, the coils will also be in one place. Let me do it so that you will know exactly what I am doing. You will understand exactly what I am saying. Let me take that again. And it's just like what you put in is what you get. If you wrap it around beautifully, your coils will also come out beautifully. You see, I did not space this extension the way I spaced the other one. I did not space this one. You see what I'm doing, right? That is how the coil is still going to come out. Then we'll go in with the slim ones. Thanks for liking the live. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks for liking the live. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to ask me. Feel free to drop your comments. That is why we are here today. We'll be here for 2 hours. Let it be interactive. Let YouTube know that we are doing something here, okay? Ask your questions. Share your comments in the comment section. So we've done one for the tiny rollers, and we'll do another one for the tiny rollers. It's not all about rollers. You can also use thread, and I'm also going to show you the threading method. Then we'll compare all the methods, and you will go ahead and start using the one that is best for you. That is what hair making, in fact, anything you are doing, that is what it's all about. Do what works for you. Don't do what they are doing because they are doing it. I, for one, I don't do that. I do what works for me, okay? And then you can also use clips. These clips are bought like this. They come in a pack. And I'll also be doing 2 with these clips. In fact, this clipping method is so beautiful. You go with the clip like this. It has something like a pen. You clip it down. Then you just go ahead and let your extension go into the furrows, just like this. And then by the time you dip it into hot water, this is how the coils are also going to come out. Any questions, any observations? Let me see them in the comment section. Okay? If there is anything you would want me to explain, feel free to ask. I am here for you. That is what we will be doing for 2 hours today. Feel free to ask your questions. Just like that. Then we also have the thread method. You get your normal thread, the type that is used for fixing extensions. Then you don't just use one. Don't just use a single thread like this. You have to double it several times so that it will have strength. It will have more strength and be able to do the job very well. Just as I'm doing. I have folded it into 4 now. And that should just be enough. So the next thing is that I'll grab the hair and then thread it. Grab the hair like this. Hope you can see what I am doing. Go in with the thread like this and then whip it. Wrap it around like this. Wrap it around like this. Then loosely, let it be tight at the beginning. Then as you proceed, you begin to go loosely. Then you drag. You thread a little, you drag. Oh, that snaps. It happens like that sometimes when you drag so much. So if the thread is weak, perhaps you've not used it for a long time, something like that can happen. And the only thing you're going to do is that you make it thicker. You start again, make it thicker. The last one was 4. I am going to make this to be 8 so that such a thing will not happen again. And I'll also oil the thread. I'll add oil to the thread. Because when you are using this threading method, the thread really has to be strong. It has to be tight. You have to drag tightly for the style to come out. If not, the extension will just be like that. You know, what you put in is what you get. That is 5, 6. Yes. Now I'll add oil to this thread. So the likelihood of snapping will be reduced. So that's done. I start again. I'm going to unravel the one that I started with before, because it snaps halfway through when I was just halfway through. We go in again. Are you seeing it? I just caned it like 1, 2. This is the third one. 3, 4, 5. That should be enough. Just make sure that you have secured it enough. Then you begin to cane it loosely. You have to make the extension to be smooth. Smoothing it with your hand, or you brush it. You see what I'm doing? Continue caning loosely. So basically what I'm doing is that I am caning and dragging. Caning and dragging. And always remember that your thread should be strong enough to withstand all the pulling. You cane, you pull, you cane, you pull. So this end has become so tiny. All I have to do is to secure it. You see how I am tying it? This thread, we have to go over my thumb, over my forefinger, go under the hair that I am caning. Then I form a loop. From that loop, I drag this other thread out. So I have secured it. I repeat that just once more to be double sure. And that's it. We'll go ahead and do another one of these threading methods. We go in like this. Three, that's the third one. 4, 5. Then we'll begin to cane loosely. Before you start caning, make sure that your extension is smooth, well brushed. Because what you put in is what you are going to get. When you have almost finished, when you have almost exhausted the extension, you drag. It's refusing to drag, so I have to loosen a little and attempt again. It seems that I caned too much before I started dragging. So you cane for a while. Remember, practice makes perfect. You cane for a while and then you drag for the best result. Let's take that again. Let's do it the way we did the first one. It's not actually coming out the way I want. So I'll cane it again until I start getting exactly what I want. Good. Good. That's what I want. That is the desired result of the caning. You cane, then you pull. You cane again. Then you pull. But remember to cane loosely, very loosely, or else you will not be able to drag the thread. Good. Now it is time to secure it. You now cane tightly at the tip. Pass over the thread, tie it. The thread should go over your thumb, over your forefinger, over your middle finger, Then go below the hair that you want to tie, below the hair that you want to secure. Then you drag it out from the loop. Good. So these are our this is our extension, well prepared and ready to be treated with hot water. The next thing is that you are going to get a cup. And if you are dealing with a client, you now get your cup and 2 towels, because you will not allow the hair to be dripping. You will not allow the water, the hot water, to drip over your client, of course. So this is what we will do. This is boiling water. Water really has to be very hot, or else the curls will not come out. Even if they manage to come out, they won't pop, they won't bounce the way you really want it if the water is not hot. So make sure you use really hot water. Boiling water is what is required. Put in your extensions like this. And you leave it there for a while, a really long while. Some of the extensions are not feeling the heat. They really need to feel the heat. And then the next thing we are going to do will be to unravel to see what our result will be looking like. If you know that you like what I am doing right here, let me see your thumbs up. Okay? You have to encourage me with your thumbs up, with your likes and your comments. And if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to my channel. On this channel, we share relationship tips, cooking tips, DIYs concerning hair and skin. Okay? Wow, thanks so much. Thanks so much. That is enough now. That is okay for now. Yes. This is the time to grab your towel and grab the client's hair immediately. You don't want to burn your clients. Okay? So that is why you need 2 towels. As you are dragging out the hot water, the boiling water from the extension, then you are grabbing the extension immediately with the towels to prevent any burns. I have to clean off some of the water. So we begin to loosen to see our popping coils. So let's lose in the order in which we started. Let's first of all lose the weaving method, the one we created with the weaving method. It's all about finishing your hair, finishing your braids. If you do not want coils, you can also remove the coils. Maybe you have braided your hair, you have coiled it, you have carried the coils, the braids and the coils for a while, and then you get tired. You can also revert it to straight hair. Assuming the whole length of this hair was braided, and then I coiled it, and after carrying the coils for a while, I decide that I want to carry my hair straight again, just as it was. It's just to dip the hair again into hot water and then just bring it out, and your hair will come back straight as it was from the very day that it was braided. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If you know that you got what I am saying, let me say yes, let me see yes I did. Let me see you type yes I did. If you know that you understood what I just explained, make it interactive. Type in yes I did. If you know that you understood how to revert your coils back to straight hair. Let me see your yes I did, okay? So this is the first one that we braided. You see how it came out? I hope you can see that. Then this is the one that we twisted. The one we did with the twisting method. And I want you at the end to tell me which is more beautiful. Which one is your choice? Which one will you be doing? Which one will you be practicalizing? You have to cut off the tip, because remember the tip was tied. You had to knot the tip so that it would not unravel in the hot water. That's how it came out. I hope you can see what we are doing clearly. Then the one we did with the rolling pins. This one was rolled loosely. And so the coil came out loosely. As you can see. There is the coil. Then the one that was rolled tightly with the big rollers. See how the coil came out? So you can compare. And then the one that was rolled with the smaller rollers. See how it came out? You can decide to loosen your braids, loosen out your coils. You can decide to loosen out your coils. Keep them one by one. See how it is looking. Wow. This one was rolled tightly with the tiny rollers, and this one was rolled loosely. This one was rolled loosely with the tiny rollers, and this one was rolled tightly. This one was rolled tightly with the tiny rollers. You can see the difference. You can see how the coils came out. Wow. Then this is the one that we did with these our rollers, our pen rollers. So easy to take out. Wow. Can you see that? Can you see that? Wow. Look at how it came out. And you feel free to trim off any flyaway hair. Just trim it off. It's not a big deal. Any flyaway hair like this, you trim it off. Okay? That's it. Then let's go to the one we did with the thread. You don't want to weave your hair. You don't want to use weaves. You don't want to use coilers, coiling pins. Just thread it. Thread it like this. And this is so beautiful. Is it not? Wow. Look at how it came out. Look at how they came out. Wow. It's like this one did not get enough hot water, but this one did. This is how it's supposed to be. Are you seeing how the coil is bouncing? Can you see how it is bouncing? And then when you loosen it completely, you really love it. So which of the methods will you be trying? Which is your favorite method? Which is your favorite method? Let me see the one that you love best in the comment section. I have shown you how many different methods of coiling your hair. Look at the one we did with the threading method. Six different methods. I have shown you 6 different methods of taking care of your ends, of finishing your hair. 6 different methods. So which one is your favorite? If it's the weaving method, comment weaving in the comment section. If it's weaving method, let me see you comment weaving in the comment section. If it's the twisting method, let me see you comment twisting in the comment section. Or is it with the one with the rolling pins or rolling pen? Whichever one you prefer, let me see your comments, okay? More people are joining the live. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining the live. Now that we have gone through how to finish your hair, the next thing we are going to be doing is how to add extensions to your hair. How do you add extensions to your hair? You want to start braiding, or you have already started braiding, but your problem is that you cannot add extensions to your hair. So how do you achieve this? Wow, thanks for liking the live. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks for liking the live. Share the live. Share the live. Let people get to know that something is happening here. This is what people learn with money, but I'm giving it free. Share the live to those that will need it. Those that want to start making their hair, but they can't. They want to start adding extensions. They want to start braiding, but they can't. Share the live. Share the live, okay? Share the live. Friends and family, let them know that something good is happening here, okay? Share the live to those that need it. Thanks so much. Let's see how these 2 weaving methods actually came out. So this was the result. Let me adjust my camera. We are going to the next phase of the lesson. We have been talking about finishing. Now we want to talk about if you really want to make your hair. You want to start braiding, but you can't. How do you start? We also have over 6 methods of braiding your hair. These are the things we did last week. These were the examples that we used last week. So this week, I am going to show you even more examples. Just watch and you'll be able to braid. You will come back next week with testimonies. Next week, I want to hear testimonies. Mind you, on Sunday, I will also be going live. I'll be here again by 1 o'clock, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. I'll be here to also teach you how to add extensions to your hair, how to start braiding. You want to start braiding with extensions, then you are in the right place. I had to tear off the rubber band that I used for securing this hair. The first method I'll be showing you will be the rubber band method. This rubber band method has 3 variations. The first one is the rubber band method with the rubber band. And then the second method is the rubber band method without the rubber band. Then we also have the rubber band method with the crochet pin. I had to get my crochet pin because last week I wasn't able to show the rubber band method with the crochet pin. My crochet pin was nowhere to be found. So this first method that I want to show you, the hair is already partitioned. Look at how I partitioned it. I like teaching with the midi, the medium size of braids. I don't like teaching with jumbo or mini braids, because when you want to start braiding, you have to know that there are 3 different sizes of braids. You have the jumbo size, that one is so big, the big braids. Then you have the medium size of braids, and then you have the mini. Let me use extensions to demonstrate the different sizes of braids for you. So if this is your extension, you have to brush it out very well. Make sure that your extension is smooth even before you start. You can't just get your extension like this. Even if it's new, you have to brush it out. You don't just get your extension like this and begin to tape. No, it will be too scattered. Your braids will not come out neatly. So you get your extension, you brush it. Brush very well. You see how smooth it has become? Good. Then you choose the size of your braids. Are your braids going to be mini braids? If you are talking about mini, then the whole extension that you are going to use will be something like this. Mind you, your mini may not be my mini, but once you have chosen to use this size, make sure that you are consistent. This is the size that you are going to use to braid the full head all over. The size should not exceed this, and it should not be less than this. Then you have the midi, medium sized braids. The extension should look something like this. This is for midi. Then you have the jumbo sized braids, so mighty, so big. This is for jumbo braids, but I normally teach with the medium sized braids. And I like using colored extension to teach, because when you learn with colored extension, you learn to tuck in your client's hair right from the beginning. And you know, natural hair, your client's hair tends to get rough easily. But when you have learned from the beginning to cover with extension, you find that it is already with you. You have mastered it. Whenever you are braiding, the extensions will always be inside. Okay, you have learned it, and nothing can take it from you. So let's go into the rubber band style, the rubber band method. You are going to get rubber bands like this. You can use colored ones if you know that it's not going to show, but as a beginner I would advise that you use black, because some people complain that when they use colored rubber bands, the rubber bands will start showing. This method is so easy. Everybody can do this. It's so easy, because the major challenge that people have when they want to start adding extension to their braids is that they cannot just secure the tips. They cannot secure the base. The base of the braid is always loose, so they complain that their braid is not tight at the bottom. But with this rubber band method, everyone will be able to braid. So you get the extension that you're going to use, and then you share this your extension into ratio 2:1. Well, how do you achieve that? You share your braids, your extension, into three equal parts like this, right? Then you join two together and use this one to cross it. This one that you shared into ratio 1, you use it to cross it like this, and then join it together. You see how I joined it together? Because when you are braiding, you need 3 strands, and that is how you form your 3 strands. 1, 2, 3. These other 2 strands are the strands that you separated into ratio 2, and then this one that is crossing it and coming together is the one that you separated into ratio 1. Okay, that is how you start your traditional braids. I'm also going to show you how to do your traditional braids, but let's start with the rubber band style, rubber band method. So this one that you shared into ratio 2, you keep it aside. Then this one you shared into ratio 1 is what you are going to start with. This is your hair. You share it into 2 like this. You part your hair into 2. Then at the middle of this your extension, making sure that the tips are equal, you place the middle on the part like this. Then you bring your hair together. Bring it together tightly and nicely. Then you get your rubber band and you begin to tie. Begin to tie this natural hair with your rubber band. Tie, 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 and tie. Tie it very well until you exhaust the rubber band. Okay? Until you have exhausted the rubber band. Then you grab your natural hair like this, and then you pull it apart. Pulling the natural hair apart like this helps to make sure that the base is tight, but you don't pull too much. Just pull until the base is firm and is okay, not to inconvenience the client or whoever you are plating for. Then you take the one that you shared into ratio 2, you place it over the hair like this, and then you take this part that is on your right hand, you put it in between the thumb and your forefinger. Put it between your thumb and your index finger of your left hand, just like that, and hold them together. Then this one at the middle, you grab it, but make sure that you are covering the extension. Make sure you are covering the natural hair. As you are braiding, you are covering with the natural hair. Then the strand that is in your left hand, you take it down like this, below the one in the middle, below the strand in the middle, and then let it go in between your index finger and your thumb of your left hand. You repeat the process, and wow, you have started braiding. That is braiding for you. You basically repeating a process. Yes, you are repeating this process of exchanging the strands of hair. You get three strands of hair and you are exchanging them between your right hand and your left hand, passing them into the thumb and the index finger of the opposite hand. Is that okay? Are you getting it? If you know you have gained anything, if you know you've learned anything, give me a thumbs up. Let me see your thumbs up. Let me see your I have learned. Okay? Let me see your I have learned. This method is so easy. Everyone can do this. With this method, you start braiding in no time. You will start braiding. And it's painless. You can use it to braid your children. Anybody can start doing this. Wow, thanks so much. Thanks so much for the thumbs up. Thanks so much. Let me see your I have learned. And I want you to start practicing. Start practicing. You see the tip of this mannequin hair is natural. So you really, and it is trying to stick out. So you really need to cover it up. You need to cover it up so that your braids will come out neatly and beautifully, like a zip. That is what your braids should look like. You should be well arranged and beautiful like this. Wow, thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks so much. Do we repeat this method? Let's repeat it again so that it will be clear and you will start doing it in no time. Look, please practice whatever you learn here. Whenever you learn in this live session, go back home and practice. You may not use your children's hair to learn. Get a mannequin head. There is a video of a DIY mannequin head in my channel, how I made a DIY mannequin head. It was the same mannequin head. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like. It was the same mannequin head that I used to practicalize how to coil the tips of your hair, how to do finishing on your braids at the beginning of this live. So use what you have to start off. Start off with what you have. You may not be in the position to buy a mannequin head right now, but start off with what you have. Okay? Let me see you coming back with testimonies on Sunday that you have started braiding. And let me see your thank you. That is all I require from you. Let me see your thank you. Let me see your likes, okay? That is how you can support me on this live, okay? I'm giving out something that people pay for, remember. So you can even start braiding your hair, okay? You can save up some money and make some money by just learning this simple skill. There is nothing else you require to start up a braiding business. Just your mannequin head to learn. And then you get your combs, your rat tail comb, your white-toothed combs, and then you get your brush. These are your white-toothed combs. You use whichever one the client prefers. And then you get your brush. The client is going to bring her extension, okay? So let's do this rubber band method with the rubber band once more. This is the extension that we'll be working with for the medium sized braids. Then we'll comb our hair. Always comb your client's hair, the person's hair that you are making. Always comb it nicely and smoothly. Let it be nice and smooth. Then you go ahead and brush the extension that you are working with. It should always be smooth, okay? Your extension should always be smooth. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like. Thanks so much for joining the live. I can see that more people are joining the live. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining. Then this is your extension. You are going to share it in the ratio of 2:1, as I said earlier. Making sure that it is as close to 2:1 as possible. You feel it. You do that by feeling the extensions. Feel the three parts that you have separated, then join two and keep aside. Join two parts and keep aside. You are going to start with the smaller one. Then you share this your extension, your client's hair into two. Share the client's hair into two like this. Oh my goodness. Like this. Then you join the client's hair together and get your rubber band and then begin to tie. Tie the client's hair together. This method is actually painless and easy. Any beginner can do this, because the major challenge in adding extension to braids is that the base is not always firm. That is the major complaint. I can't grab the base together with the extension. It's not always tight, it's not always firm enough. But with this method, you get it straight and beautiful. The base is firm right from the beginning. In this first one that we did, we left the client's hair in one place, in one of the strands. Let me get the one that we shared into two. You put it on top like this. Then this client's hair now, we are going to share it into three parts. But in the first one that we did, we left it inside one strand. This is another way you can do it. Just do what works for you. The one that is easier for you, in which your braids come out more beautifully, is the one that you will choose and start using. Okay? So that is why I am teaching you several methods. Several methods. So this extension that we tied together, you put one strand of the client's hair inside it. You add it to one of the client's hair, and then the other three, you share them into the different strands of the extension, and then you begin to braid.